put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You was not a printer, cooped up, man. Get they suit tucks begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours. Cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. Does the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's lame time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, all right, leave you dead. Run to the next, they gotta get down. I get ready to catch him on the club. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slimy summer. 104 issue and I run my stomach.
At the confluence of the Three Rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You getting that? Really? What is it?
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Penix. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take down one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And looking to throw, Penix. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here we go. Right.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Gun. 180.
Now it's Burrow. He'll try to pick it up himself. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Here we go.
Draw play for Brown. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
11. Get it.
Ready.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
38-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To the air, Penix. Will get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Looking to throw, Penix. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Penix. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Operating from the gun, Penix. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. He'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 11 MT pace. 11 MT pace. 11.
Now Burrow. He'll try and do this himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to that, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
On 1, ready? Gun.
At the 10-yard line.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now Burrow going to change things up. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Mike Gesicki hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to widen their advantage. McPherson on for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Ball is
these struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow the play to be successful.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This is Brown on the draw play. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line.
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this 1st half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion would be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I think the 1st half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they're going to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
11, MT, take.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Right, 80. 12.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete here.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Big 13. Big 13.
Chase the motion man right. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
1st and 10 at the
All right,
39-yard line.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
14 more yards. That's another Bengals 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
Here we go.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Samaje Perine punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
At the 30-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll drop the throw. Wilson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and 10.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled on the play by Miles Murphy. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A play fake. Now Penix. Going right back to Wilson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And running room hard to
come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that for a win?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Open man downfield is Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 68 yards. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
Evan McPherson to kick off.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too high.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Penix. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far. Out in front.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
First throw now for the backup Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Two jet. Done.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Here's Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Can.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Samaje Pirine. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Steelers 13. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, some strong running. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go. Hey, punch. 180.
Here's Pacheco once again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Wentz. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, especially the execution.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Wentz going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Steelers 21.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this out to his running back, Pilon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
This is Smith to the ground. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Waiting.
Wentz now to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go, here we go. 120!
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Now that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after them, because otherwise you're still playing back on your heels, and that's not going to help your defense at all.
Here we go. What's this on?
Pacheco is going backwards here. They come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Black.
The Bengals 4-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Wentz to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Steelers 29.
So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
We're all about the numbers. Huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bengals, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
In my circle, you can't fit. Don't too many be on some anti. I told her pull up. She asked me, do I? Right now I'm fresh as hell. Somebody take a flip. Pretty, back to back. Gang, back to back. feeling me. Back to back to back. Back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, gon' back to back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, gon' they gon' heat me up, I've been trying to keep it cool with these little, they tried to start it, too late, my finger was already on it, call me Shovel Man, she like the way I pull up and I, the 100 times they ask, I be like, I ain't never, all that beating around the bush, homie said with your chest, got a lot of dog on me, know you probably smell it, like my name, Jody, pull up in the vet, go and check the news, Brody heard somebody stress, in your feelings by the, better get a grip, tired of getting taxed for that, take a trip, I got right here for show up, make everybody dip, went to visit Granny, she say, what's that poking out your hip, I told Brody walk behind so he can catch me if I slip, she begging me to take a sip, first she drove the boat, then she like a ship, first you load it up, then you empty out the I'm not no button, no wrinkle clothes, it ain't no pressing me. I got on Vinci, LV, no night, but I got that check on me. If I swing this from left to right, gon' have to check on your homie. Lil' bro, I'm known for stopping cars, but they be on go for me.
Get a glimpse when I'm out, it's bad luck. I just put 10 mil in the pen, it made me feel better. The passing out deep, I'm cold with the my little young ran an M on the road, he a scammer. Drippin' money, clear, splash, I'm covered in bells. But I'm clever, vendettas, raw draws, whatever. I'm a rebel, but better. If I go federal. I pour up, I don't measure. I soon I met her. I leveled up, my bread up, I'm fed up. It's pressure, it's gang, you can't hang. We slamming out whoever. I keep it on, get stuck on. It may say Manjala. Got 2 cribs in Alpharetta, they down the street from each other. I know the spot. My little one, he know the laptop. Shorty having Chris Vick, he a vampire. Camping right in front of your house and start up a campfire. I just did my numbers then from her, this wasn't a landslide. Ain't gonna be no who this shit, I'm spinning back to back. Any say on that issue, I'm going